everyone, my name is Arya, and today I am going to be presenting my presentation material about how do we form a hypothesis. But before knowing the ways to make a hypothesis or form a hypothesis, it is better for us to know its definition. What's the definition of a hypothesis? So as you can see here in the first slide, uh, it explains about the definition of a hypothesis. So it is written, a hypothesis is a supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. So in other words, a hypothesis is also called a prediction. A prediction that is made by the researcher of what the outcome will be. So yeah, that is the definition of a hypothesis and the other form of hypothesis. So let's move on to the next slide. In this next slide, as you can see here, there is a question about the importance of a hypothesis in research. So is hypothesis important in research? The answer is yes, of course yes. And why? Why is it important? So in the next slide, there's an answer. So here's the answer. It is important because a hypothesis is used to explain a phenomenon or predict a relationship in communication research. In a hypothesis, there are four evaluation criteria that a hypothesis should meet. The first is it must state an expected relationship between variables. Second, it must be testable and falsifiable. The researchers must be able to test whether a hypothesis is true or false. Third, it should be consistent with the existing body of knowledge. And finally, it should be stated as simple as concisely as possible. Move on to the next slide. Now, here's the main topic. How do we form a hypothesis? So, in formulating a hypothesis, there are four steps. So, the first step is collect as many observations about topic or problem as you can. The second step, evaluate this observation and look for possible causes of the problem. The third, create a list of possible explanations that you might want to explore. And the last, after you have developed some possible hypotheses, now you should think up ways that you could confirm or disprove each hypothesis through experimentation. This is known as falsifiability. Alright everyone, that is all about my presentation, and thank you for your attention and your good listening, and yeah, have a good day.